All right, for future use. So yes, thank you everyone for joining us this morning and welcome to the SoCalGas Local Government Partnership Joint Webinar with a focus on easy therm savings for public agencies. Today's webinar is a joint effort between the Gateway Cities Energy Leader Partnership, San Gabriel Valley Energy Wise Partnership, SoCalGas, of course, as well as the View Partnership. During this morning's webinar, we will focus on easy ways to save for natural gas equipment. We will also highlight real-world project experiences as well as best practices. And we will also have some fun with some energy efficiency trivia toward the end. And with that said, I will also be sending a link right now in the chat to a Google document, which we will use for our energy efficiency trivia piece. Make sure to click through and have that ready before we dive into the later half of the presentation, as we will be tracking our winners through that Google document. We will also send it again later in the chat before we dive into trivia time to make sure those that joined later have that link as well. Okay. So moving forward, just a few housekeeping items for this morning's webinar. You will notice your microphones are muted upon entry. Should you have any questions or comments, please raise your hand or use the chat function, as we will have someone monitoring that through the webinar to address any questions or concerns in an organized manner. Also, this webinar is being recorded for later use and distribution through partnership channels. So our first item is easy therm savings opportunities within public agency facilities. As many of us are aware, SoCalGas offers no-cost turnkey savings opportunities for public agencies throughout their territory. This program is called the Direct Install Program. In this program, it is of no cost to those agencies to have a representative come out, take a look and see what energy efficiency opportunities may lie within the facility, as well as water saving items. Keep in mind, this is no cost, but you will notice some of the eligible equipment may have a co-payment requirement, and that is a case-by-case basis. We always state, stay in contact with your utility representative to make sure that those items you are aware of, and there's no later cost to you down the road. But covered equipment and eligible equipment are low flow kitchen pre-rinse spray valves, hot water tank insulation, hot water pipe insulation, low flow aerators, low flow shower heads, commercial fitting insulation, and then you will notice the co-payment requirements or stipulations in red on the last two bullet points. And that is storage or tankless water heaters and laminar flow restrictors. And you will notice those are for medical and healthcare facility only. There are a few qualifications for the Direct Install Program, and that is you need to be a SoCalGas customer within good standing. Can also be a K-12 school, private college, university, educational services, and trade schools, as long as there is no requirement of a 50,000 therm per year on those facilities. So now that we have highlighted a free turnkey opportunity for our public agencies, we wanted to show a firsthand project example of a school district in Riverside County. For privacy purposes, we've left out some of those very detailed information items for this project. So as you will notice, the school district participated in SoCalGas's Direct Install Program within the year of 2020. The main installation was indoor and outdoor tank and pipe insulation. A total of 55 items were installed and saved around 84,988 therms. So with a rough cost estimate of stating $1 per therm, as you can see, that is quite a chunk of change for just a year of pipe installation and tank installation for this school district itself. So a few best practices when looking at this project as well as other therm saving and gas saving projects. So when you look to therm measures, make sure to include water tanks. A lot of times we forget, but they are a big staple in a lot of our facilities. Also, remember that tank insulation has a larger savings return than just pipe insulation alone. So we like to look at that opportunity as kind of a bundle to get the most bang for the buck when it comes to installation. And also completing upgrades during off-use time. So some public agencies and or schools may have summer or winter breaks. So if no one is in the office and it's the best time to schedule that direct install opportunity, we say take full advantage of that scheduling itself. Also, remember, stay in contact with your local government partnership implementer or utility representative. And in our VIEW partnership territory, we tell our partners there's nothing too big and nothing too small for you to send us an email or give us a phone call on, because I'm sure there is a savings opportunity somewhere, and we'd rather be in the know and not miss that opportunity for a rebate or incentive on any project. So, keep your implementer and utility representative in the loop as much as you can. Now we will go to some of our easy gas summer savings tips. I know a lot of us are very familiar with these when it comes to our electric use, but we always seem to forget there's a lot of opportunity when it comes to our gas savings as well. So our first item is avoid using appliances in the late afternoon. We are all very familiar with some of those time of use rates and or flex alerts that come in late afternoon between 4 and 9. Just kind of keep that in mind when you also think of gas as well. Second is reduce the temperature of your water heater. So the ideal temperature, efficient temperature for a water heater is 120. If we can live with that temperature, it's always best if we can just reduce. Then program the usage of your facility equipment if you can. I know there are some timers or different items that can be installed that make your equipment a bit more efficient when it comes to when you're in the office and when people may be out of the office. So that's always a big savings opportunity. Then use cold water when using washing machines. I think we're all very familiar with that as well. And then fix any leaky faucets and pipes. So this is also a gas as well as a water savings opportunity. This year being in the drought as bad as it has been, looking at those faucets and different, water items is very important. So that can save water as well as gas. And then at the very bottom, you will notice a link to a video that we have, and that's provided by SoCalGas. And this is just a short video that highlights some of these savings opportunities for our partners. We will make sure to include this link when we send out the follow-up email with the recording and other resources. So now that I've covered some of the more dry savings opportunities in our webinar this morning, let's have some fun with some energy efficiency trivia. So this is where Sophia comes in and we can have a good time. And I'm going to go ahead and copy the link to the Google document once again to make sure that everyone has this link so we can track the winners of this trivia. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Sophia.
Yes, I'm so excited to go through this trivia with you. Just give me 1 second to set up the presentation. And, oh, I need to share the screen first. Okay.
And also, if anyone is having any issues logging into that Google document, please go ahead and send that in the chat and we can troubleshoot and see what we can do.
All right, can everyone see my screen?
I can see your screen just fine.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so thank you, Samantha, and to our partners for this wonderful presentation and making this webinar possible. But yeah, let's get into some energy efficiency trivia. We have 9 questions for you today. I will read each question out loud as they appear on the screen, and you will follow along through the Google form that was sent out in the chat. The form will ask for your email, name, and the city or agency you represent. To answer a question, select the answer you would like to submit, and then press next. We will review the answer together after each question. So because of this, you're not allowed to go back and change your answer after we review it. Once we finish the trivia session, please submit your form, and the person or people with the highest score will win a $25 Amazon gift card. And we will coordinate that at the end. But yeah, let's begin. So question number 1. American homes consume twice the energy of the world average. True or false? And I will give you a few seconds to answer. Okay, let's find out the answer. False. That was kind of a trick question, but Americans actually use 6 times more energy than everyone else. And all right, so I'm going to move on to the next question. Question number 2. Compared to individuals in many developing countries, North Americans use about 5 times as much energy, 15 times as much energy, or 50 times as much energy. And once again, I will give you the opportunity to answer to this question. And Samantha, I just want to double check that there are no issues. I can't see the chat, so.
Yes, so I'm monitoring the chat and we do not have any issues at the moment.
Okay, awesome. Cool. Well, I will go to the answer for question number 2, which is 50 times as much energy, which I know kind of is quite of a shock. So that's why we have these energy efficiency webinars. Question number 3. So the biggest use of energy in a typical US household comes from home electronics, water heating from hot showers and laundry, space heating, which is just heating the house itself, lighting, or cooking? It's a bit of a hard question. Once again, just giving time to answer. All right, I'm going to move on to the answer, which is space heating. Surprisingly enough, it takes a lot of energy to heat up our entire house. And question number 4, how has energy consumption changed in America since the 1970s? 50% increase, 25% increase, about the same, 25% less, or 50% less? All right, I'm going to reveal the answer, which is about the same. I know that that is shocking, but it is true. And question number 5. Which color flame indicates a natural gas stove may be operating inefficiently? Purple, yellow, green, or blue? I'll give you a few seconds to answer. All right, gonna go to the answer. Yellow. So a yellow burner flame indicates that the burner is not getting enough air for complete combustion of gas. Correcting this problem involves adjusting the burner air shutter to admit more air. Blue flames indicate efficient combustion. So when you're cooking, check out for those flame colors and make sure they're blue. Otherwise, there might be a problem. But you can go ahead and contact SoCalGas to resolve that. Question 6. What uses more energy? 6 hours of laptop use or making coffee? Laptop uses more energy. I mean, I am on mine all day. Coffee uses more energy or about the same. Okay, I'm going to move on to the answer. About the same. I was shocked by this one, but then when I realized how much coffee I drink throughout the day, I was like, okay, maybe it is true. Question 7. Which California entity regulates privately owned electric and natural gas companies? California Energy Commission, the California Public Utilities Commission, California Air Resources Board, or the California Climate and Energy Collaborative? All right, I'm going to move on. And the answer is the California Public Utilities Commission. Next question, second to last, is how can local jurisdictions become more energy efficient? Benchmark their buildings and facilities on a periodic basis, implement energy audits in their buildings and facilities, replace or upgrade dated appliances, attend energy efficiency trainings and workshops, or all of the above. Once again, I'll give you a second to answer. All right, I'm going to move on. All of the above, and congratulations, you guys are already taking one step, and that's attending energy efficiency webinars such as this one. And for our last and final question, which of the following programs does SoCalGas offer at no cost to jurisdictions? Calibrations, burner adjustments to get that blue flame going, diagnostic assistance, cleaning of burners or orifices, or all of the above. And once again, I will wait a few seconds. All right, all of the above. So be sure to contact SoCalGas for those services as they are very important in energy savings and efficiency. And we have reached the end. Congratulations. We're at the end of the energy efficiency trivia game and winners will be announced shortly. So I'm going to go check, make sure that you've submitted. I think once you get to question 9, there's an option to submit. If you have the screen that says, thank you, submit another response, please do not submit another response. Just sit tight. I will be checking. And Samantha, shall I turn it over to you?
Yes, thank you. And if you want to go ahead and forward it to our closing slide, and then we'll just kind of open it up for some conversation with our attendees.
Yes, I think I actually don't have the closing slide, so I will just stop sharing.
Okay, one moment. Okay, it also looks like we have a comment here that states that someone is having an issue saying it doesn't say submit. So Sophia, I'm not sure if we may have an issue on our end. Yeah, but it did give them a score. So hopefully you see an Ann Garcia on that submittal list.
Let's see. Yes, I have Ann Garcia. Yeah, if you're on the screen where it says it gives you your score, then you're fine. The last question had the option to submit, but it kind of looks like the next button, so no worries. And I do have a winner if it's okay to announce. Samantha, you are on mute, just in case.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Well, someone got all 9 questions correct. So very proud of this person. And that is Zoe Lee from Foothill Transit. Woo, good job. We will be in contact with you regarding your gift card. And thank you everyone for participating. The next highest score was 8 out of 9 from the SGV Public Works. And then we have a couple people scoring 7 out of 9. So great job, everyone. Thank you so much for participating.
Yes, thank you all attendees. We really appreciate it. Hopefully everyone's able to see our thank you slide on behalf of our local government partnerships as well as SoCalGas. As discussed, we will be sending out a follow-up email with this recording, as well as resources and how to enroll in direct install and how to take advantage. So please look out for that. It will either be going out today, this afternoon, or tomorrow morning. So look out for an email from the SGV CEO. We really do appreciate your time this morning and for joining us on this webinar. I will open it up for any questions and or comments before we close out. Okay, well, I'm not seeing anything in the chat and I don't see any hands raised. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up and close out our webinar. Again, thank you all very much for your time this morning. It's greatly appreciated. And I hope you walk away with some knowledge on direct install and how you may be able to take advantage